Well, I'll charge you. Me call. Call the one. Yeah. Why Guyo? Sorry. I'm just mother, I don't even have good lighting, sir. In a hurry, I'm plugging the phone to do this live video. The entire Benin is locked down because of traffic. I've been in the traffic for almost 3 hours. So so please share the video so that we can have a very big coverage. It's very something. Oh, I mean something. Yeah, in a boy. Even know something really very important. I apologize. I want to apologize again. Sorry, a lot of you have been calling me if I was still going to come on live and all of that. And some of you WhatsApp me, you discovered that I couldn't even come. It didn't go through because the phone was off. You made that charger and I hear it. I'm charging, I'm doing the live video. I think it will get to a point, it will start becoming hot. I will unplug, I will plug. But 50 minutes to 60 minutes will be enough. But the most important thing is, like, we all should learn to share my video, these videos, so that it can get a very good wide coverage. And I'm actually sitting in a very awkward position. So celebrate be married Jiao. So I will just I'll give about 5 minutes for other of our people to join us. I think I can brighten the screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine, like this. Yeah, it's bright enough now. Celebrate for all of you. Izoduwa. What's the yeah, all is where Ozzy. Okay. Hey, Maoni Miamia, let me write 5 topics, 5 things we need to discuss about. 5 things. After your broadcast, you will see people will go and change the topic. Yeah, they should go. They should go ahead. That's fine. What kind? Does Izoduwa care? Topic number 1. Topic number one will be from sent to Nige and their conspiracy. Okay. 3, Izoduwa, Enige and their conspiration. Number 3 will be my brief silence, I think, was sponsored from Frank. Then number 3 will be artifacts. Number 4 will be a sun and UKGB. Okay. All right. I'm going to be discussing 4 topics. 4 topics in about 15 minutes each. So I'm going to be discussing 4 topics and 15 minutes each. So I want us to pay very keen attention, and I want us to open our ears and be smart and be wise. I have never, for the purpose of getting followership, for the purpose of talking sake, come to live video and spew lies. I do not talk what I do not know. I do not say what I'm not sure. And I do not talk for the purpose of getting views. I speak the truth and then allow posterity to be the judge of what I have said, whether true or wrong. So I always have reasons for what I do. I always have reasons for what I do, and I have reasons for everything. So today there is a reason for me coming online. I want to address 4 issues. No matter how brief these issues are, I want us to take it seriously. Most especially the one that I'm going to talk about, the Enige, and the ones I want to talk about, the artifact. And I want us to take it seriously. The first thing I want to talk about, before I start, let me apologize once again for being 1 hour 30 minutes late. It was as a result of the traffic, because as a result of the traffic, because of the Xmas, this period, everywhere is always very busy and filled up. Alright, so basically I have to apologize for that. So now let's talk. First topic I want to speak about is my brief silence. Why was I silent for a while? I was silent for a while because of a grand conspiracy against me by those who think they have access to the palace door, to those who think that without them, dear Izoduwa cannot have access to whoever he wants to have access to in the palace. There are a lot of battles that we've been contending with, that I have been contending with. The betrayers, the upsets, people coming together to ensure that they pull Izoduwa down. Because of what? Izoduwa is upright. Because of what? Izoduwa does not do anything that will stain his name or the names of his, or the name of his family. So with all of those betrayers, do you know what it takes? That when you have an idea, you write a proposal on how Benin can be great again. The proposal being accepted by the highest authority. Then people like some people, I have an intention of mentioning names today, but I will not mention names because I have reservations now. Sit on those proposals, turn it around, and give the proposal to some nincompoops. Give my proposal, my idea, to some nincompoops to start gallivanting about on the social media, internet. My sweat, my pain, everything that I fought for the kingdom. Some people twisted everything and gave it to some miscreants on social media. I got angry. I'm still angry. For we to be able to fight and win this war against all these conspirators, against the kingdom and the revered throne of the Oba of Benin, we must also clear the enemies within the palace. It has gotten to my neck, and I have to start mentioning it. Those people who Edo people write letters to that don't submit those letters to the Oba of Benin, those people who contribute to the crisis that is bedeviling most communities today, lots of them are still in the palace. They are bad eggs. They bring bad names and bad reproach to the kingdom. They make the palace become a place where people no longer get justice. Not that they can't get justice, but because there are some people who now think that they own the palace. They will have to go in 2023. And we will collectively will not allow these faceless enemies of the kingdom to be in charge of the affairs of the palace moving forward. I thought I wasn't going to fight them, but all of these things that we fight for every day, we will not be able to get the proper results because there are some enemies worse than even the ones outside that I'm going to mention a quite number of their names. They are worse than even the enemies outside. Ofenoruowa. We are going to call out their names. They have done too much damage to the palace. We will fight them. And we will win. We will win. Because we cannot be fighting outsiders, those enemies outside. Why some miscreants within the palace environment are still bringing reproach, are still bringing debts to the palace. The palace is a place of cleanliness, holiness, righteousness, uprightness, honesty, and all of the attributes that makes you as a true patriot of the land. But there are a lot of people who have caused a lot of tragedy to Benin Kingdom. A lot of them are within the palace wall. We must call them out so that we can be able to get justice for our people. Those people who seek justice in the palace of the Oba of Benin should be able to get justice. No idiot could be able to sit on the letter of people who wants to see their father for 6 months, for 1 year, for 2 years. These people are enemies of the palace. We will call them to order. Enough is enough. That is my brief silence. The betrayal, the conspiracies, the lies that we must take Izoduwa down. Izoduwa is not going anywhere. None of you will be able to take me down. Because I fight for the truth. I fight for justice. I do not take what is not mine. I work hard for every penny that I earn. I do not fight for the palace.
Excuse me.
1 minute, 1 minute.
So that have to do research on that. So, because it's in book, yeah, no, my own value. My own value, nothing to do there.
Mayday. Anyway, wide will. Let's fire on. It's getting very interesting. All right, I'll just move in. Let's not talk about that one anymore. I'll just move in. Let's go straight to Enige and their conspiracy. We must understand the gravity of what this is all about. We must understand the gravity of what this is all about. The Enigi. They have now seen themselves as too relevant that do. And they now see themselves that they can stand on their own. I'm not giving you rumor. I am telling you facts. Izoduwa do not give rumor. Before anything Kesunu not counted do, some of us are aware already. We have been aware of this matter 4-5 months ago. But if we come out and speak about it, Izoduwa, owe swene, owe nabasekine, but I told you people few months ago that the governor, that the Obaseki that we are aware, does not know how to back off. He is not backing off. In short, sadly, let me announce to you all is one step ahead of us, or even 2 steps ahead of us. That is the sad reality. That is the reality. He is now, few months ago we thought we were some steps ahead of him, but the reality of the matter, no, he's some steps ahead of us. We have to catch up with him and overtake him. Enoge is singular, enigi is plural. So he has taken another step. Remember, there was a video I did. I told you he was negotiating with the Iyaserovudo. He was negotiating with Ogiame. There's no Ogiame, with the miscreant or the nincompoop, not Arisco. Then that he also was negotiating with Umo Unokwa. Little did I know that he has perfected his plan to negotiate with almost 95% of all the Enige in Benin Kingdom. I am not saying 20%. I am not saying 20%. I'm not saying 30%. I'm not saying 40%. I'm not saying 50%. I'm saying over 90% of the Enige has now joined him to fight our traditional institution. I am not telling you rumors. I'm not telling you 20%. I'm not telling you 90%. There are about 90 something Enige in Benin Kingdom. 86, Abi? Huh? 86. I think about 92 of the Enige. 86 has joined him and signed that they want to be independent, that they don't want to be under the Oba of Benin. '86. I'm not saying, I'm giving you statistics, exact figure. 86 of them. Even some of the Enige that some of you respect on the social media also signed. We are not going to call his name or their name. We are giving them benefit of doubt. Izoduwa is giving them benefit of doubt. In the next 3 days, if they don't come out to say they were not part of it, then their names will also be published with the other names on the social media space. 86 of them. So if anybody at this time, any Edoma at this time, think that the governor is not 5 steps ahead of us, he or she should think again. We are not dealing with a human being. We are not dealing with a human being. When all of you were posting that Eriobe had 2 billion Benin Royal Museum, I did not say anything. I sent a voice note to one of my pa, Mr. Onarise. I sent a voice note to one of my pa, and I told him that that is a Greek gift. Is a diversion. That is what he's a strategist. He knows what he's doing. Or if you look at one waroi, you are planning your way. Nobody takes me serious. I have been saying this for a very long time. The person you are dealing with is not a dummy. He's a wicked strategist. There's a lot of steps ahead of us. He's breaking the kingdom within, from inside and from outside. It has never been this bad. It has never. 1897 is even better. We can tolerate a betrayer from outside, but from a betrayer from inside is what we cannot tolerate. It is what we cannot tolerate. 86 Enige signed that they don't want to be part, they don't want to be under the Oba of Benin. We have to find solution to the problem. You see them always gallivanting around him in all occasions. I was in the palace throughout yesterday. No single Enoge was in the palace. But as at the same time, they were in a carol. A carol, the secretariat. Christmas carol with him. Then, Oviedo even Ladiawa, where Izoduwa we told ne. Oviedo we do Ladiawa, where Izoduwa we told ne, that what do I find? I always find it. I always that I'm always trying to make a big deal out of what is not a big deal. Is this not a big deal? That someone comes, sworn that he's going to destroy the kingdom, and is currently doing it, is finalizing it. Nimayawa Gunu Abita here a few months ago, when my name was number 1 on the DSS list here, they said that should everybody in Benin keep quiet for him to do what he is doing, because am I a governor there? I don't speak about this man. He does his business and I do my business. But trying to shred apart the only legacy that I have, the traditional institution that has recognized, that is recognized all over the world. The reason that the Benin people is being talked about all over the world is because of this same traditional institution that he so wished to break apart. For what reason? To prove that he is the governor? To prove that he is the governor? Is that the only reason that you want to tear an institution that is over 2,000 years old in order for you to prove that you are the governor? I have never in my life seen wickedness that is quantifiable with this kind of wickedness. And everybody just kept mute. Those people who have been parabolating themselves, that let them come out now and also speak on this matter. It's not when you want to gain something from the palace that you will be talking. But there is a fight now. Everybody must come out now and fight. Everybody must come out now and fight. Because Izoduwa ahari ya go on now. Some useless, very uncouth, illiterate presenters will also come out and say that I have started my own conspiracy again. But there is a signed paper where 86 of them signed. The palace was copied, the government house was copied, and the House of Assembly was copied. We heard that Ogiegbai Nesi Loko is the architect of these a vagabond in here. Yeah, vagabonds. He's the architect, he's the leader of these vagabonds. So the point of this matter is this. The point of this matter is this. There is a conspiracy against the referred throne of the palace of the Oba of Benin. And we have to collectively stand our ground and fight for the survivor of the Benin throne. Now, for them to succeed, for them to succeed, they will need the House of Assembly. For them to succeed, they will need the House of Assembly. And that's where it's very interesting. And the House of Assembly is currently being pocketed by the present governor of Edo State. The House of Assembly is currently being pocketed by the state's governor. We have the Benin State Edict of 1979, Edit number 16 of 1979 of Traditional Rulers and Chief Edit. Now, this is where it's interesting. For that to succeed, they will need House of Assembly members. So we must, people want my opinion on how can this be stopped. Two ways it can be stopped. The Oba of Benin can stop them, and the Benin people can stop them. The Oba of Benin can stop them, and the Benin people can stop them. How? I'll prove it to you. Let me tell you how they can be stopped. Two ways. the Benin people can stop the House of Assembly from ever thinking towards undoing what has been done through the Gazette of 1979. But the shortest way to stop these people, the shortest way to stop these people, the shortest way to stop these people is through the Oba. How? Very simple. The major reason they are able to sign that they don't want to become, they don't want to be under the Oba of Benin is because they are a Nogi. I want you to understand this. The reason that they have the power to not say that my Igualo is because they are a Nogi. Is because they are a Nogi. That is the first reason. Now, by the traditional laws, an Enogie is an hereditary title. To unseat an Enogie is traditionally not feasible. Because it's an hereditary title. But to suspend an Enogie is a very easy task. To unseat is the undoing of our tradition, because it's an hereditary stool or title bestowed on one individual and made hereditary by the Oba of Benin. But suspension is the key. When you suspend, they cease to have the authority to function as an Enogie over their territories, the dukedom created by the Oba for them, and hence cannot have power to decide the fate of their own position or the position or the locality or the dukedom that they preside over. So when the Oba of Benin suspend an Enogie, he inherently loses the right to function as an Enogie. And when you lose your right to function as an Enogie, you no longer have the power to clamor for your independence, because your position is no longer in existence. So you are no longer in the position to now negotiate your freedom or not. Massive suspension for all of them. All. As a matter of fact. That is a quick fix. Quick, easy fix. Hello? brother, Irowa. Where are you now? Alright, Irowa. Anyway, the easy way out is a mass suspension. The must all chop suspension for the time being. And then the Oba will give the head back back to the original traditional position of the Ojonwe, which is the oldest traditional institution in Benin land, Ojonwe. So we will reverse these traitors. We will reverse these traitors. Take their position that they no longer appreciate, that they are now fighting the source of their relevance, and give this position back to the original owners, who are the who are the Ojonwes. Ojonwes originally supposed to be the custodian of these community leadership. So the ball that they think is in their court has never really been in their court. It is a sheer ignorance, arrogance, and stupidity that make them believe that they will fight. You think you have an authority. With a flip, Isehure once believed that he was the most powerful person in Benin Kingdom outside the Oba of Benin. In a flip, is as irrelevant as Zimbabwe dollar and Uganda dollar. It's no longer relevant. Nobody even talk about them. Just like in few months and few years from now, nobody is ever going to talk about these Enigi. They are going to be used and be dumped by this same person, no call. And again, the people that Niyawiya suffer will tell Dona that the people that they are stressing us now. Am I stress? What is supposed to relax now? I enjoy life here. But I'm not talking about their betrayal, their nonsensical ideological pattern. So in few months from now, affect will be enjoying. A time will come, and it's not far. Our Kaile will equate our suspended the Nigiri live. That is where we are going now. That is where we are going now. We are waiting for their press conference. We are waiting for their press conference. Suspension is not a difficult thing. The Oba comes down tomorrow through Benin Traditional Council and say this Enogia, this Enogia, this Enogia, this Enogia, this Enogia, for the fact that for the reason A, B, C, and D, they are now suspended. then the palace should leave the rest for us, the Benin people. Even these people that they are thinking that they are in charge, and then I suspend the egwawa ke gihu na yagegi ni yagegi kweni yagi like gwaria ni kweni yagi like community oria a community in egwa no bawa kate munia ni agba oge. It's very aware. We are going to make them irrelevant. We will begin to talk about what was their reason. What reason the Obas of Benin of the old created dukedomship. We want to start educating them. But today, most of the atrocities committed in respective communities are enhanced by these people. A traditional head now we know about ogewo so na do dey by confront do use ewo no ba mu ni aya gbinigbini confront edowana sunu or edowana sunu. They were meant to bring justice, peace and unity amongst their people. Instead, they started oppressing the Edo people in their lands, selling, reselling, double selling, triple selling, selling, reselling, double selling, doing all sort of nonsense. If not because of there are still some few respectable Enige, I would have moved a motion that the Enige system should be abolished. Because go to most of these communities that you have crisis all over. You have crisis all over. They are the cause of the crisis in these respectable communities. They are the cause of the crisis in these respective communities. They are the cause of this crisis. We'll rectify all of that. I spoke about. Not all of these Eniges are Oba's descendants. We talked about that. In the next lecture, we're going to speak about that. Not all of them. But very few of them are not. But most of them are not. You understand? So, it is even now that he has shown when Kata so there, he might tie for since he had your now. It is not even now that the Edo people should come together and properly deal with these bad eggs. People were given the responsibilities to bring peace, to bring justice to their community. Most of the atrocities in the communities that you see all over Benin Kingdom are caused by these same elements who now feel that they want to be independent. Imagine if these people, they are not independent too. They are misbehaving as much as they are misbehaving now. They are independent. If not the palace that checks, cross-check or check and balance these are nonsensical characters, Benin Kingdom would have been a full-blown war zone, catalyzed by these same betrayers. So, to me, most of them does not even know why in the first place the Obas of Benin created them. Most of them think that being an Enogie is selling 1 by 2 or 100 by 100. Most of them think being an Enogie gives them the privilege to carry big yansh. We must call them to order. We don't want to publish any name now. We are giving chances to those who can still go and rectify their names, to go and start rectifying their names now. Because we will call each and every one of them out for the Benin people to know who they are. Thank God Ewome did even know Gesef. Ewome pame no ge menami signature ge we know there. Imi aya da come we hone. By this time. Imi ase women since we na ya da come we ho. Mo say Ewome did even no ge. Because this is sacrilegious. That people now grow to the extent that they no longer know the limitation of their past. People now grow to the extent that they no longer admonished the source of their power. That is tragic. That is a tragedy of the highest order. If you people allow yourself to be used by someone who has less than 2 years to spend, Odo Kawa Kaido, where would you now run to? If you are suspended today as an Enogie, do you think that the local government or the House of Assembly or the state governor or the state government has the power, or the federal government has the power to reinstate you? Do you think that the state government created any of these dukedom? Do you think that in the matter of tradition, whether the state government has a right over it? It is rather very unfortunate. Me marry me when he can't dare. Being foolish is an understatement. If any of this Enige is your father, okay, you call your father to another. Ihia wo etanse no nya. Ai gbobo no pe no wa. You give your loyalty to someone who did not make you. You give your loyalty to an institution that has no say over your existentiality. And you rebel against an institution that made you who you are. Just like our brother have said here, which of these Enoge came from the communities that near Baoge? Which of the Enoge? Uwe noge na ewona kere nyogba enoge na. They are even foreigners in hotel wa we ya kere o obana gian ni agba owe woni. To we woni na aha gitamia na that na kula we guys na ari woni akere. They don't even know what is at stake. They don't know with just one letter they can be made so irrelevant as they possibly cannot be moving forward. Because of the baggy. Ayobo no loria. Yaga mi mata we won yagi tie. Give them brand envelope. Give them brand envelope and see how shameless some of them can be. Give them brand envelope and see that they don't have your interest at heart. Give them brand envelope if they cannot deny you. If they cannot take an edomas na here no be or your way. It is rather very painful. It is rather very painful. Aboya wa kyoborea na ide de gwan because restaurant agyon wa ko adori DSS mo wa ri Abuja agbonya wa kyoboro wo tedo wa age ya wa bari ya dowa your babo. If this is what they want to arrest me for, they should go ahead. Edine no maria duta ikpara gbo ne bodo mo vorame igekwe iya yara gbonia we do ne bonra gbonia. They are all alive, and people are trying to divide the kingdom. How do you think that those a period of Bema, how do you think that they were being crowned, or some of them were coronated recently? It's the same in Nigie at Ovia or your boy Ayeke to undermine the Oba of Benin. You think this conspiracy is just 3 days old? You think this conspiracy is just 2 weeks old? But many ake kwai wegbe. There are these rebellions that do not conspire against even foreigners in a bid to spite an institution that made them who they are. Man. It's just sad. It's just sad. It's just saddening. Izoduwa we told now. Izoduwa told you. They are already planning to do a press conference in Mahenya. Go and meet any of these Enogia. Ask them the history of the community that. They don't know anything. Most of them don't know anything. 99% or 98%. They cannot even tell you the history. They cannot even a soma area no biya. When I hear one by two when I hear party when why dear donor annual club, you see a lot of them going clubbing. They don't believe in Gasim Osegedo. How many of them have seen give scholarship out? How many of them have you seen on the public space, upon all the lands that they sell, was able to sponsor one of the indigenous of that their community to become somebody in life? How many of them have you seen? You don't see anything from them. None of them contribute. Most of them, let me not say all of them, most of them don't contribute to the welfare, to the growth and the development of their respective domains. That is a parasitic association. I will have to start calling these people out. I didn't call these people out all this while. You want after I showed them. But they have called themselves out. Since they want to be popular, we will make them very popular in the negative way. So, if anybody want to accuse Izoduwa, you must have a proof. Because you can only attack me, but I'm telling you that here sign a bay, here 86, Government House was copied, Palace was copied, House of Assembly was copied. Now, let's not say that I was too one-sided. That what if they have a genuine pain in their heart? If any enoge feel aggrieved, maybe probably because he wanted to see the Oba of Benin, at the beginning, and all of that, you feel aggrieved that some certain issues happen, that a man some very unscrupulous figure genuinely, you are supposed to go and meet the EASE and lay a formal complaint of what is going on. The EASE will now forward the complaint to Omonomba, and Omonomba will now look at it. These were channels, there are different channels of dispute resolution in Benin. Everybody in Benin Kingdom cannot all at the same time be happy. It is not possible. Not everybody is happy in Obaseki's government. Not everybody is happy in Nyesom Wike's government. Not everybody is happy in Buhari's government. Not everybody is happy in the cabinet of Uluogori. Not everybody is expected to be happy in the cabinet of the Oba of Benin. Likewise, other traditional institutions all over the world. They are always aggrieved parties, but they are channels of dispute resolution. There are channels that you must follow, you must pass for these issues to be resolved. Then you have not undergone any of these channels. Then you just said you want to be independent. Independent, why? Why do you want independence? They want independence for selfish reasons. Why do they want to be independent? They should come out and tell us, why do they want the independence in the first place? Are they slaves? They are the ones making us slaves in their domain. They are the ones making us slaves in their own domain. They are the ones who is giving more relevance to strangers over us because strangers gave them some money. You cannot take the hour. The little flies that can be caught up by the Oba of Benin with like this. Whether You believe me or you don't believe me? It's not my headache. If I speak against anybody, it has to be because they tried to undermine the traditional institution, the laws of the land. That's the only time I speak. Outside comparison, outside context of if not kind edo, if not kind do, can never see me talk about anybody. I do not criticize the state government, whether it always traffic light to, it always street light to, it all go wow, it all ma go wow, it our build the airport to, it build the seaport to, or ma kame, or ma kan Izoduwa, kamorokba, or woman wo here. But the only time I speak against the state government is only when he tries, like he has been doing, to break, destroy our traditional institution. A video of TMC or the German government la plan. I'm moving from the Enige now. I just want you people to see what is going on. We are going to do in the next few days. I'm going to be doing a lot of research on how Enige came to exist. Why did the Obas of Benin of the old created them? What were their original functions? I'm going to state all of these things out so that the people can actually see that the Nige you see now, Enoge is just like an ambassador of the Oba of Benin to represent his ideas in this domain. Oba of Benin is not omnipresent. It cannot be everywhere at the same time. So he created these dukedoms to have different people he trusts. Some his children, some his brothers, some his friends, to help him look and effect justice, peace in these places. But do we see justice in all of this community crisis? Do we see peace in these communities? No. So what are they not doing there? Enogehi. It cap you. It also whether be red cap. In our Nollywood actress, our Nollywood actor, ni mwe ni ya avivibo ni red cap. Yeah, e showing ya Oba Benin. Eshowing ya Enoge. Unu gba ya ati ya. In the volume. Master that there.
Already, so we're the director of Pavilion Emoa. Yanko. It's the ownership. But some of that. Obaseki, control to rape people after the inspection. Governor Obaseki had about the stolen party.
I want to play a video because I don't want people to say I'm reading meanings to where meanings are not. I want us to listen attentively because I pay attention to details. I want us to listen very attentively. I want us to hear from the horse's mouth. So I want us to hear, listen attentively. I just want you people to understand some certain things that you didn't understand while you were listening to these videos and you were clapping. I just want to open your mind. I want you to open your mind and listen. M or tie, if not tie. I just want you to listen attentively to what he has to say.
And how Edo people will benefit from their return.
This conversation has been on for almost a year and a half. The conversation, in fact 2 years, the conversation about restitution and the returns of these works. I am very excited and very glad because it's people may not understand the implication and impact and importance of what we're doing now. Years to come, they will hopefully Edo people and Nigerians will come to appreciate that we took the right decision. First, to put pressure on those who are currently holding prized pieces of artifacts, that these works actually belong to us. That these works.
First, the works, the artifacts, do not belong to us. It belongs to the Oba of Benin. First, I want you people to see the mind game that he's playing with you people. He's making you to believe that Emina Duvio or Maya Eno. So, we all have the same equal right to Emina Duvio. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. He's smart. He's a strategist. I keep telling you people, it's a mind game. The artifact does not belong to us. I keep saying it. Does not belong to Edo people. It belongs to the Oba of Benin. Precision. It has to be precise. Ownership. 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 It's not us. The artifact does not belong to Edo people. It belongs to the Oba of Benin. Precision. He's playing with you people. He probably did psychology. He's playing with your mind. If he gives the ownership to you, to everybody, it gives him a legitimate right to not be the custodian. That is why he's playing. Do not fall for that. The artifact do not belong to us. Do not belong to Edo people. It belongs to the Oba of Benin. We have to put these things in right perspective. None of these artifacts were taken from any other places except the palace of the Oba of Benin. And the people who created this artifact were created by the Oba of Benin. Oba Esige was a bronze caster. Oba Esige Ogwasi Seomo was a bronze caster. What belongs to one person, he's trying to not make us feel that Mayanya. So the ownership in all of these things, all of the videos he has been doing in the past few days, have you seen or heard him mention Oba of Benin? Have you heard him mention the palace of the Oba of Benin? No. He's doing it intentional. He's making the world feel that this thing does not belong to one person. It belongs to everybody. He's trying to take the relevance from the Oba of Benin so that we all can feel that Makoko nya wanya era se Oropa. Abi USL. My father never owned any artifact. Neither my mother. So how would I not claim that the artifact belongs to me? Yes, if it belongs to the Oba, it belongs to everybody. But the ownership has to be very precise. Do not fall for his mind games. He's manipulating us. That is what he's good at. He's manipulating us. That is what he's good at. What done yo on yeso nota ni aye guankan.
Possibly taken away from the city, and there was a lot of destruction.
He said forcibly taken from the city. Where? Ask him. He said forcibly taken from the city. He said it. Where in the city that this artifact were taken? Ask him. Were any of the artifacts taken from Obaseki's compound, our Obaseki's compound? Ask him. These artifacts were not taken from the streets, from the city of Benin. They were taken from the palace. There are photographs that shows where all those Benin artifacts, where was that picture taken? Was it on the streets of Benin? No, it was taken inside the palace. Because that is where the treasure was stolen from. None was taken from street of Benin. They were all taken from the palace of the Oba of Benin. He's telling you it was taken from the city. He's smart. He knows how to use words. He knows why he's saying what he's saying.
Went with it, and at the minimum, as part of that healing, part of that reflection, should involve first returning these works to where they belong, at least some of them. But more importantly, whether they are all returned or not, what is most important is the ownership, that these works do belong to the people who are currently holding them.
Look at what he said. He said, what is most important? He said, whether they are returned or not. That is what he said. Whether they are returned or not. He said, that is not important. He said, what is important is who own it. And when he now said, who own it, he now said, Edo people. Listen to what he said again.
First, returning these works to where they belong, at least some of them. But more importantly, whether they are all returned or not, what is most important is the ownership, that these works do belong to the people who are currently holding them, that these works belong to Edo people, and that since Edo is now part of Nigeria, these works should come back to Nigeria. The Germans were the first to accept the argument, to buy into this line of thought, and for them, because they have a conscience and they are dealing with the issues of colonialism and the way they treated the colonies, and that has sparked public debates in Germany, ethical and moral debates. We're glad that we were able to extend that debate to the issue of restitution and returns of work. So there's quite a lot of German support from not just the central government, the federal government of Germany, but also some of the regional governments who were keeping some of these works in their museums. For us as a state, we are glad that we've been able to serve as a catalyst to make this happen. Before I came into office, about 12 or so years before I came into office, the conversations have been on, discussions have been on, but we realized that it was not going to go anywhere except the Edo State government stepped in, and it was the intervention of the Edo State government that facilitated the returns of these works. And
what he said just now, what he said just now is that They have been clamoring for the return of Benin artifact. He did agree. Okay, but it was not going anywhere. So that means he's saying that all the clamoring that Oba Akenzo the second clamored for was nonsense. It didn't go anywhere. All the clamoring that Oba Erede of blessed memory clamored for, most especially during the Benin centenary in 1997, was nonsense. It had no water. It was holding no weight. All the clamoring that Oba, even when he was a Daiken, clamored for the return of these artifacts, they were nonsense. Till he came on board. That is insulting not just the present monarch, but the past two monarchs. And the effort of you and I, who have also been fighting for the return of this artifact. Or in my benign sins, nonsense in all, that it has no headway until he came on board. And thereby, inherently, yes, inherently.
Increased conversations around the return. So for us, we've just said as a catalyst, how are we going to benefit from it? Like you heard from the presentation, it's not the works in themselves. It is the whole ecosystem that we will be creating first. There's so much we don't know because of that disconnection of what happened, how we used to live, how we used to deal with our environment. We need knowledge, we need research, and these pieces coming back serve as a point, a contact point to begin work, research work as to who we are as a people. And never again are we going to sit and allow outsiders to tell us about our history.
Now, he said never again would we allow outsiders to tell our history. The Emowa project, who are the people in charge of it? I don't know outsiders. Will we do association or with the Emowa project? Even the girl who spoke, I will take it back. Is she an Edo person? The girl who did the presentation of the Emowa project, is she an Edo person? The girl who spoke, most of the people, the chairman or so of Igbo Eno, any outsider, any outsiders. The area those ones Walile, who are now a chairman of the Emowa committee or the Emowa trust fund. Who are was Walile, obvious Okano one Waroy. Then he's giving the juicy to outsiders, and now he's complaining that never again will we allow foreigners and outsiders tell our story, while all the juicy positions in Edo State is being given to the same outsiders.
Explain to us who we are and what our objects mean to us. So by bringing them here and having this sort of facility, will the research that will be undertaken by us and local people will now locally contextualized for us to make meaning. Secondly, it will serve as a stimulation because Edo people are still very creative. So the same people who created these world-class pieces 500 years ago is the same blood that flows in their veins today. Many of them are expressing themselves in different art forms.
Now, all of the words he has mentioned since, have you ever said he mentioned the Oba of Benin or the palace? He said the people who made those beautiful artifacts, they are still there. The people he has never supported with 1 million naira or 500,000. For almost 6 years, he has been the governor. We don't have any issues. Anybody should not say I'm against Emowa. We have said it countless times. Nobody is against Emowa. If he wants to build it, he should go ahead. He has every power to build whatever he wants to build. In short, we don't have any power to stop him from building whatever he wants to build. But the bone of contention has always been the stolen artifact. You don't have right towards or ownership claim over those stolen artifacts. You can go and meet Igun people, but you should also know that Igun people will have to take permission first from the Oba of Benin, because these guilds were created long before colonial times. No government created Igun. It was the Oba of Benin that created the Igun, and they are only answerable. I mean, just like they are also only a governor answer. Governor has to suspend the but why any idea okay. Now, like I'm saying, if you want to go and meet, they also have to take permission from the Oba of Benin so that they can give you artworks. Since they are still in the business of being very creative, go and do your own artifact. For crying out loud, the Igbo people said Igboku. They also have where they do their own artifacts. The Yoruba said they have their own artifact. You can go to Yoruba, go to Lagos, go to Street of Lagos, go to Ife. Here even some artworks. You have Viori. Do ya we mo wa we. Arigun. Oba apase you have Viori gun. Do Vio by. No ya we mo wa. But the one stolen, won yani sure nyai no nyai. Moreover, if you do magiwe, have you sat down with Edo people? The Edo people now. Have you had a conference meeting with the Edo people? Now you have been speaking we. Who are the we? If you now say Edo people, how many conferences have you had with Edo people? I'm also a stakeholder. I've not received any letter from you, and I did conference of banner the discussing in our artifact. So are you not the only Edo man? Maybe Edo, or you feel that okay, we are not qualified enough to be there. But how many of these hierarchy people who really not Noruko Deneo, you not sat them down and you not discuss on what to do with the artifact? How many times have you discussed this matter of artifact with the Oba of Benin? The other time, who is Siobo? But I told everybody, Oma Siobo, or take a break and re-strategize.
But there is nothing institutionalized. There's no infrastructure to support that. So a facility like this will be that, infrastructure, which will be second to none on the continent to support our budding artists. Whether in the traditional arts, in music, in entertainment. So what we've done with the Victor Waifu Creative Hub. So it's about enacting that creative cultural instincts that is in our DNA.
What's up the visit of the German minister?
By a few days from now, Tijani, NCMM, I say, what's the full name of that NCM, National Curators of Museum, whatever. Nyate Professor Tijani and Lai Mohammed. In next few days, you boring. Guy David guys in the next few days will be ma. All the bribe in here, we are aware of them. The my only na Guankani. In the next few days, I Guankani. Tijani, we Lai Mohammed. He get dunia so that he can support. As at yesterday, Tijani was invited by National Assembly, by the lower house of Rep. Thank God, Ovima Sanyo no Gyoniwe Enegbe Ogbede Hama, who is the head of that committee. So that Tijani cannot tell us. I invited Tijani at King Square so that he can tell us the role he is playing on how to reloot our looted artifact. Niyabe Lai Mohammed. And he won't hear busy. So every facts are there. Every facts are there. So please and please, you only Taise Wasona. You only Taise. Other further informations as they unfold, I will let you all people know. But be rest assured that we are in for a tougher time than what we have experienced before. Magami unwo chunsano does it any cow. I carry me unwo ever since. I be me unwo nona. But some Inigi eventually will be used as a scapegoat. So other topics I wanted to speak on, I'm already very exhausted, and I will could reschedule that for another time. I thank you all for listening to this, my very brief class, with the hope that you know that there are forces who has dined together for months, for several months, or even years. They are bringing their ugly heads. He discovered that he would not be able to use only the Ghanaian people to fight us. So this was his backup plan. This was his backup plan. He might have another backup to this backup plan. That's how smart he is. He might have another backup to this backup plan. I will succeed the one on and why we always with the baby ladian. Oh, with the baby ladian. So, no, we ma here. On my way, money we who here, my way. Or is a who ma, my way reverse, my way zine. A time we fuma, you be reverse, you be zim. I want 2 years back. So nobody will rest until 2 years is back. From one wala to another one. I thought a honeymoon may I say 6 months because maybe I was running from one hotel to the other. Oh wow. So why I was say so it's I know that we went to the palace. I thank all of you, although it was for those of you who could not follow, who was not carried along for the Imo and Maya where we still went, and no be married by Ewa Gogo. We are setting examples. The Benin youth are not setting examples for Arima. No he can not set example in ma. No say suppose not set example in ma. 100 by 100 they will 1 by 2. That's what they are doing. Only when I know moya, when I moya. We are supposed to grow up with the spirit that okay, obi one we no want now. Ayi mo age go here do what. We are my money. The only thing that we saw in this, what they do, is how you cause crisis, how you sell one land to 10 people. Any way independence for what? Have you been slaves? You have put us as slaves. Magwal independence will buwa. The Edo people want independence from the Enigi, not the other way around. You Enigi have been enslaving us in our own land. We can no longer take it. Who are enslaving man? Who are enslaving man? All the things, all our lands in each of our communities. We have been enslaved in our own land, in our respective lands. We have been enslaved by them. So we need our freedom. Edo people must demand freedom from this Enige. Because everyone in Akere Ludoba Ana Kweni Adwa Meme ni ata Vekini Maye. Because the weight is going now, we might have to we'll send them back. We'll send them back to their respective communities. Because we might Akere Yena and give power to the Ojonwe, because Ojonwe is always from that community in most cases. So we have to send all these Enige back. They are becoming destitute in our lands. One by two. They have made us slaves in our own communities. Hello? Huh? Oh, get my role. La work here. Or mad. So, so we must demand independence from this Enige. We must say no to slavery to this Enige, because they have enslaved us. They should go back. Since they say that Oba does not have authority over them, we the community, we the indigenous of respective community, will not say as activists capital redatamentary to these people, because they came at Obate Giani Ado Dolewo Yimabo. None of this Enoge should, they don't deserve to be respected anymore. On what ground? On what ground? On what ground? Terrible folks. If not because there are still few of them that are good, would have called for total abolishment of Enige in Edo land. I won't bother you say. Oba did them well and gave them positions of relevance. These are ungrateful people are not coming to tell you that they don't want to be someone who gave them, so they don't deserve to be in that position. If they are not a no-get today, we will not see how they'll go and meet the governor that they don't want to. They want to be independent. Well, assuming if I was your, but I get suspension in here, all of them. Not all, some, most, few ones, or even few ones. And here you are signing now. So that's why I'm using most, not all. And however you are signing, you are using all. I'm done. I'm done of Babe. So they want us to respect them and disrespect the authority that made them who they are. We're going to deal with them. They don't even have case. I don't get an idea the issue. Memo, when I got to be aware of these things, when I saw the list yesterday, I just told a couple of my attendants show that these people are list of worries. I get suspension in a bambana. Me I get and when you are no longer an enoge, you will not even have any business to go and meet the governor or whatever people you meet and say that you are independent. So those people are nothing. They are not threats. They are not threats. They are a threat. I was suspending John will take over the community. Italian for Imasuen, which you know, John way any then our instructor our carry any enoge nariri any enoge no you dey gbe nari mi ewo na no ba ya ni a awa di asan iboli agbe ere le so boli ere le so wa boli agbe nani a if not ewa ire he gave them power again. Some of the egeles were flogging them. Some of the egele, some of the enoge, some of the egele because the Bible said that is not the way of the Edo people. How do you know Odion? He gave power and gave them back. They were almost losing their relevance. He gave them back that power. That way winning, they are not coming back and say that that they have now arrived because anyway, let me go and sleep. Marry and then I have listened. So no, if you post no, I will you po. No, when you go chicken lap or gawa no chicken lap is good. Awa we atalo abi ni gena iya pa yin say na even na donate na send away wigin, but they don't deserve anything from us, from the kindness of our hearts. So who yoga na tiri ni ya who ye gwa no uyi ne do tiri ni o ye gwa no. So me are kini ana me uyi ni. I will not see how they will not get the relevant. These people, for they don't know the implication of what they have done or what they are about to do or what they have done. Sign. So they don't know the implication of what they have done. A time will come. Omomo vero oyiri asan obe anahi abe gbasa gbekan to become so irrelevant. Then they will know the tragedy of their mistakes. The only taxon. Why I was say Iselogbe Obama but talk by are you do ni mine is war, mana is war, the mana wa enigbe, mana dead is war ye. Our loyalty is 100%. We have been Nimakesi Yosegedo in the past 7 years. Unu nogi or Ladias Yosegedo. Maybe 1 or 2 or none. Or Yosegedo, none. But I hear talk, yeah, hear talk 1 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 3, yeah, hear talk. Some will even say full community. All the total I do. Some have community that they have never gone. Yeah, my year so my life again for more than 10 years. Yeah, I do one. I hear talk. I do are going with them. I do have 2 years no get talk. But me I one of 2 years no get talk. Baby, now you know. Me I one of 2 years no get talk. Baby, now you know. Let's see how I feel. Anyway. Why I was about talk by I'll speak to you guys very soon, and I thank all of you. So don't get it twisted. Let us speak to ourselves. Let the Benin people come together. I've always been saying this. They cannot do anything. Let us lobby ourselves. Let us unite. Let us come together. to fight these people. We'll be victorious. We have always been victorious. We'll continue to be victorious. So I'll see you guys. Happy Xmas and New Year in advance.